Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Nier Reincarnation, let's do a preview of Dragon Quest Sarafa. Let's compare her to the other provoke tanks in the game. Now, if this were a normal mobile game, they would release the combined banner first, and so we would be able to use her, but she's not going to come out for another 10 days, so there's no reason for me to make this video now. But I'm really interested by her kit and by her potential. And I've just been thinking about her, so let's make the video now. And here we have the chart that I used in my previous video looking at Circus Lavania. I can link to that video below. But we've added Sarafa. But the first thing that we can see, comparing all of these characters, is that her HP is lower than both Lavania and Udil. Although, I have seen Bloody Griff where he has over 1 million HP to begin a quest. So this disadvantage with the base stats can definitely be overcome. But if we look at attack and defense, they are considerably higher than everyone else. And so this might make her a better choice as a defense-scaled damage dealer. And I wouldn't be surprised if the spear that she comes with, which we haven't seen yet, has some kind of defense-scaled damage ability on it. Or two abilities. And if it does have that, hopefully one of the multipliers is good. A lot of the defense-scaled damage weapons do not have good multipliers on their weapon skills. So that's why we're using like Bloody Lars' sword on everybody. But yeah, she might be more about like provoking just a little bit, tanking just a little bit, and then doing good damage on her own. Sort of maybe like a half-tank, half-attacker. We'll see. Okay, but next let's look at her character skill. She has the provoke for 2 turns, that's similar to Udil and 063Y. She has an attack break, which is very nice. That's similar to Udil. You can combine that with other characters with attack breaks and then take it down 100% possibly. And that was something that Circus Lavania was definitely missing. If like there was Summer F66X, you know, that would render Circus Lavania kind of useless. He would just be standing there. But Udil, at the very least, would be breaking the attack and the critical, having some kind of effect on the enemy. And then, first time for a provoke tank, the Dauntless ability. This is where if an attack would take you to 0 HP, it would take you to 1 instead. And so you could absorb a bunch of attacks to no effect. I've seen some people on the JP server doing nice things with this with the Circus Noelle. This usually happens when she's the final target, but she's eating up like 2-3 weapon skills, and then using her own weapon skills to take down the other party and then win. If this Sarafa can do the same thing, that would be pretty great. Getting that timing though is going to be difficult, and it's unlikely that the first time that she uses this character skill, that she's going to go to 0 HP. But as we shall see, looking at her other skills and abilities compared to other tanks, maybe there is a chance that she'll be taken to 0 right away. But I'm thinking like the second time she uses her character skill, that is when it's going to come in more handy. Alright, next let's look at character passives. This might be where the biggest difference comes in between Sarafa and then the other provoke tanks. Party defense up, that's nice. Maybe not quite as good as party HP up like Udil and Griff. But I would say it's better than Lavania's HP up for himself only. Yeah, Lavania was very much about just kind of buffing himself up and protecting himself. But Sarafa here has a little bit more of a party support, including that attack break. Okay, and then another character passive is with water weapons equipped. She'll get extra HP up. That will be similar to Bloody Griff's third awakening skill, and yeah, just kind of like one passive for defense, one passive for HP. And then the third passive from the third awakening, party attack up. This would be great, of course, for herself, for more damage dealing, but also for the damage dealers that she will be paired for. But unlike Circus Lavania, where I feel like that third awakening is very necessary for him to succeed as a provoke tank, on Sarafa, of course, this is not going to be as important for that goal. So yeah, we're seeing kind of subtle differences between all of these characters. I do want to point out for Circus Lavania that he does have the Defiance in his character skill. on an attack party where he can do the demon tap and then get his character skill out first, then he can kind of nullify the agility snipe of the other team if they have that kind of character built that way. That is an advantage that he has more than any of these other characters. Okay, next chart. Let's talk about what Dragon Quest Sarafa is missing. And she might be missing some things that are very key to a provoked tank. First thing is no damage mitigation barriers. Both Lavanya and then Bloody Griff has this, and it's pretty key for their survivability. But I put some ways to add that to her kit. One is to pair her with a swimsuit Yuri, and I think they would be a very good pair together. You could also pair her with the Dragon Quest Leon coming up, but his barriers are not going to mitigate as much damage. And then I don't think he'd be terribly good at Arena anyway. And then there is the debris, and then also the Karma skill from slot 2. I kind of think this slot 2 Karma skill will be semi-necessary on this Sarafa, and then she'll be able to get that from launch. Udil still does not have Karma, so he can't pick up that skill. So that'll be a slight advantage that she will have over Udil. And then another major thing that she is missing is the one-time heal or regen. All of the 3 previous provoked tanks have had that. Lavanya and Udil will heal 50% HP, Griff will heal 100%, and then that can totally just eat up an attack, give them like invincibility for one turn. Sarafa is missing that, and that might be a bigger demerit than even not having the damage mitigation barriers. But I think that's where the Dauntless comes in, where she can just soak up attacks at 1 HP. But I think equipping one of these things here is going to help her tremendously. One is this spear, came out very early in the game, but that has a one-time heal. There are also a variety of water weapons which have the one-time heal. And then again, there is the debris and the Karma skill. All of these are at 70%. One of the main reasons why Circus Lavanya is so powerful is that he has kind of 2 tiers of the self-heal. You can do 70% and 50%. That extends his survivability. But Sarafa is only going to have 1 tier. And then, not that this is particularly missing from Sarafa, but ways to buff her defense and then also her HP. And then we got Swimsuit Yuri, Anniversary F66X, and Christmas Gale. I think any combination of these 3 would be pretty powerful. Although it's a full tanky build, I wonder if there would be enough damage output, as I have mentioned many times. But Sarafa may turn out to be a good damage source herself. And then for defense, of course, we can equip Debris, give them more defense. I put this 3-star version in there. You can certainly give a 4-star Debris in there. But there's the Debris on the handout Griff, the Mission Impossible Griff, where it raises your HP but lowers your agility. Sometimes it can be a good idea to lower the agility of your characters with the character skills filled from start. I don't think it's going to be super relevant on this Sarafa. I like it better on people with a regen, like Anniversary F66X or Christmas Gale. But after going through all of the kit and then thinking all these different thoughts, I wonder if Sarafa is meant to not have the damage mitigation barriers and the one-time heal. If she is meant to be kind of KO'd right away and then go to the 1 HP. And maybe in that case, maybe agility would be something important for her. Maybe the perfect timing to use that character skill would be after 3 of the opponent's weapon skills get charged. Kind of insert that in there so that you can take the next 3, eat them all up with the provoke. But that would be pretty tricky timing-wise. I don't know. It'll be interesting to try her out. Hopefully I can get her. But yeah, those are my kind of pre-release thoughts on Dragon Quest Sarafa. I see some people saying that she's super powerful, maybe the best tank ever. I see other people saying that she's super weak. I want to pull for her and then try her out, especially since I don't have either Udil or Lavanya. It's been a while since I've gotten a tank. And I feel like this Sarafa would be a little bit of a challenge to use, kind of similar to Lavania, while Udil and then Griff are much more straightforward. But yeah, comments are open for this video as well. I'd be interested to hear if anyone is planning on pulling and using Sarafa, and also if anyone has any feedback using a Circus Lavania, and then how he compares to Udil, for example. I would like to hear about that too. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.